All right, we're trying this again. I don't know what's going on. Technical difficulties. We were trying this again. Nugget said he was not. It's not showing that I'm live. So we're gonna try this again, man. We're gonna get this. So now I'm trying to get a good show for y'all tonight. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see. We're gonna give it. Let me give it a couple minutes just to see if Nugget can jump in there before I do another intro. I've done like 3 intros already. Happens. Look, I know Instagram, but I have no clue what would be stopping me from being live to other people. I have no clue. My wife was showing that I was live right now. Let me see. We're gonna find out. Yeah, it shows. Yeah, it's not even bringing up that you're live. Let me see. Now I did. All right, let's see. There we go. Hey! Okay, we might have figured it out. Okay. Let's. Nugget, I was just telling him right now, man. I've done like 3 intros for the show. I have no clue what was going on with it. But we're gonna try this again. Yeah, send me the request. I'm gonna bring you in. All right, man. Episode 7, Catching Up with Mac. I've got a great show for y'all tonight, man. I really do. This guy jumping in the show, man. He is a dude that brought me into the radio world, literally helped me get my foot in the door, and has given me so many tips, tools, advice towards being, a somewhat successful radio personality at the moment so far. He's a great dude, man. Literally just came from doing radio in Dubai. He's back here in America. Looks like he's doing a world tour. We're going to find out. But let's bring him in if we can. Nugget, let's just get this going, man. We've been having people jump in now for this thing to get going. Let's see.
Hey, is it working?
Oh, hey, what's good, man?
What up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm in Columbus, Ohio right now from Dubai.
I was gonna say, I was telling people right now, I see her kind of doing like an American tour or whatever, just jumping around in different places that I think you've either done radio in before or lived in before.
Yeah, I mean, I've just been trying to go visit all the places that I've lived. One of my best friends lives here, so I'm kind of hanging out with him. He's also the co-host for the podcast that I do. So I'm here living with him right now, and I'm going to try to make it to San Antonio at some point. We'll just kind of see what happens.
Yeah.
As long as I can get around the country before I run out of my Dubai money, then yeah, I'll be able to make it down there.
Yeah, and I mean, definitely you're going to have to wait until probably it calms down a little bit here in San Antonio. COVID is outrageous here right now. The hospitals are full, and me and the wife, I was just saying, it's quarantine day 128 for us. We've been staying in. I haven't really gone anywhere. So, yeah, man, 128 days together with your wife 24/7. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
But at least you got her. I mean, there's some people that have to do it alone. And then are you an extrovert, would you say?
But I don't know exactly what that is.
So
no,
it's like,
yeah.
So it's like if you're an introvert, it kind of means it's like where you get your energy from. Like when you're around people, do you feel like for me, I'm kind of an introvert. If I'm around people and I have to be social for a long time, I need a day to kind of not have to talk to anyone. But I don't think you're like that. It seems like you could just hang out with people all the time. And do you kind of crave that?
Yeah, I do, man. I will say, like, this whole quarantine thing has been, like, really tough for me, man. I have, like, I've been talking about it for a while, but I have, like, this enormous amount of energy. And I think it's because I'm not able to be so socially active with other people other than Lori, So, yeah, I would 100% say that. I'm definitely an extrovert. I got to be around people. I do thrive off of other people's energy that they give out, so. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I could definitely see you being that way. So it's like, yeah, there's some people. It's so funny because all these introverts are out here, like me, for example. To me, it seems so easy to just stay in. and not hang out with anybody. And I had Corona, I had COVID in Dubai, and I didn't see anybody. Yeah, and also they locked it down way more seriously out there than they did here. So I mean, I went for 2 months without seeing anybody at all.
Wow.
And I still got it out there. So but for me that was easy. I was like, this is great. I'm just gonna play video games. I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
But for people like me, it's easy to be like, I don't get it. Why don't you just stay home? But for people that are really extroverts, it hurts them. Like it's depressing. Like they get really sad. And so I kind of get it. I get why some people maybe did some things that they maybe shouldn't.
You know, and that's why I think I have harped so much, just because even my mom's in the medical field, she's a nurse. But I've harped so much on staying home because I try to explain to people, God, if I can do it, how you're saying you would expect someone like me to have to be around people. And it's kind of like, you know, make the sacrifice. I just feel like so many others can make the sacrifice. Look, whether you're going to go out or not, let me just say this, just wear the mask. You know, like that's it for people, especially down here in San Antonio. And I know where you are out in Ohio, maybe hasn't been as hit. I think you were in Memphis for a little bit when you first got. I know it wasn't as heavy hit, but somewhere down like here in San Antonio where it's just thriving, it's just the simple courtesy of wearing your mask. And
are people not doing it? Are people not wearing the mask?
Oh man, I mean, they're just putting up so much. They're putting so much energy towards not wearing a mask here. You know, there's been a couple freakouts at some of the stores. I've seen some things. People, they'll wear the mask into the store and right away have to kind of take it down and have it on their chin. They really are locking things down here big time. So they have mandated it to where you have to wear the mask, but you just can still see that it just seems like it really bothers people. And I mean, it's for 45 minutes, an hour at the most maybe. And it's just, you know, we all got to do our part to kind of get over this hump that we're trying to get over, you know?
Now, if you didn't live with your wife, do you think that you would have been going crazy a little bit more if you would have had to do it by yourself? And do you think you would have gone out and done more stuff maybe? I
mean, I would say if it was Bachelor Mac, it's very possible, very possible. I mean, you know, me and Lori, we've been together 9 years in September, married 2 years in August. So it's like, I mean, God, other than being husband and wife, I mean, we really are like best friends. So it is, I guess, easier for us because we just understand each other. I'll tell you what really saved us for everyone jumping in. And I want to intro you really into the show real quick. For everyone jumping in, if you are married, if you're in a relationship and you're going through quarantine, a Roku device will save your life. It will save your life. Is
that like a sex toy?
No, the Roku TV.
Oh, okay.
Where it has like Netflix, Hulu. It's this little thing that you can buy, so you don't have to get like an Xbox, or you don't have to get like. It basically has like all apps on it, and the problem was I wanted to play video games the whole time, and of course Lori's like, I'm not just gonna sit out here and watch you play GTA for 5 hours. But the Xbox is what we watch Netflix, HBO Go, all of our apps off of. So and what's funny is we got one of the last Rokus before they were sold out for probably like 2-3 months. So anyone watching, if you're in a relationship during quarantine, having 2 devices for separate rooms, you'll survive that way. Real quick, Nugget, Catchin Up with Matt, episode 7. Thank you to everyone that's already jumping in the show. Amanda Adams, Becky, Christina, Kiki, my boy Jeff, Nick Trey. I know you remember Nick from the station.
Nick Trey's watching? Oh, Nick shit. Trey. Are we allowed to swear?
My mom jumped in the show. Just want to let y'all know, Catching Up with Mac, episode 7. I have an amazing guest this week. Such a dope dude, really down to earth. Y'all probably remember him from the morning show a couple years ago here in San Antonio. But everybody, give it up for the one and only Nugget, man. Thank you for joining me, brother. Thank you.
Hey, are we allowed to swear?
We're split screens.
No, are we allowed to say
bad words? Swear.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, this show is unfiltered. You can do whatever the hell you want. Fucking let it go, brother. Let it go.
Okay. I said shit earlier, and I was like, oh, I don't know if that was okay or not.
No. I mean, this is my own thing. I want this to be fun, man. Like I said, me and you, we haven't gotten to catch up in so long. Like I said, I'm excited to hear about stuff. for the people that don't know, you were just out in Dubai doing radio. You were just talking about quarantine life in Dubai. Being back home from Dubai, how's it felt being in America? Because you've been gone for an entire year. Am I right?
Yeah, it's definitely weird being back. The thing is, Dubai's not that much different from here. Like, as far as my lifestyle goes, like, I didn't notice that big of a change. The main differences are the pizza out there is really, really bad. Just really, really terrible.
Wait,
There's one pizza place that's good. What?
Did you say the pizza?
Yeah.
That was one of my questions right here for you because I'm a pizza guy. Okay, then let's get into that. Were you ever able to find a decent slice of pizza in Dubai? Because I would go crazy if I couldn't.
So there's one place called Pitfire, and it's run by a couple of American dudes, and they're the only ones in the entire city that do pizza the right way. And other than that, there's a couple places that are good, but it's not like they do pizza. They do it a different way completely. Like the crust is way different. It's not like, it doesn't taste like authentic pizza. It's still good, but it's just not, it's not real to me. So there's one place in the whole city. I didn't find it until maybe my last 2 months there.
Oh, really?
It's really depressing that but now I'm back here, so I can have good pizza all the time. The Mexican food out there is terrible. It's, unless you're going to like a Chipotle type place, those places are fine. But the Mexican food, you can't get real authentic Mexican food. You can't even get, so there's like, San Antonio has the next level of authenticity, right, from the rest of the country.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I couldn't even get like white people Mexican food where they call it queso dip and shit like that. Like I couldn't even find that out there.
Taco Cabana style Mexican food.
No, dude,
really?
Nothing. So that was really bad. Yeah, but living out there is just like living out here, except everybody has an accent. And they drink and party way harder over there than they do here. Yeah, like way harder.
Just because, everyone's, conception, thoughts of the Middle East, very uptight, very, religious, just very more conservative, I would say. That would be my idea of them. But would you say they really let loose out there in Dubai?
I partied more and harder there than I anywhere in America. Even New York City when I lived there, like I didn't party as hard as I did in Dubai. I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions. You read stuff online. The stuff I read online before I moved out there had me freaking the fuck out. And then I moved out there and I was like, this is exactly the same as back home. You just don't swear at your cab drivers, which I wasn't doing anyway. There's all this stuff that you just shouldn't do out there. There's not, they're not really cool with PDA. Like you can't really make out with anybody at the club. I mean, you can, and if they see you, the security will ask you to leave. But if you read about it online, they make it seem like you go to jail for kissing your wife on the lips, while you're going for a walk, and that's just not the case.
See, because that's so funny, because obviously when you texted me like 2 weeks ago and you were like, hey, have you ever considered radio in Abu Dhabi? Of course, right away in my head, I'm like, oh man, I don't know.
Or just anywhere in the UAE, dude. Like you should send your stuff everywhere. You should just, well, here's the thing. Yeah, don't have this conversation with me right now. Your wife is right there. Just go talk to your wife about it. But you should, I mean, there's radio jobs in India. There's radio jobs everywhere. And I didn't even realize that until I got out there.
Yeah. What about, I'm a big snack guy. Are the snacks the same in Dubai that they are here, like Doritos? Is it the same? Does it taste the same?
So what they do is, so they have their brand of Doritos and it has Arabic writing on it and all that stuff. And they have like what's called the tangy cheese flavor. And
what the hell?
I know, instead of Cool Ranch, they have like, I forget what their name for ranch is, but it's just like Awesome Ranch or something like that. And and they have this spicy sweet chili that doesn't taste like ours, but they do have the imported Doritos from here.
Oh, really?
So you can get our Doritos over there, but they're expensive. They're 4 times the cost of the Doritos that are there.
Really?
Yeah.
Real quick, how does money work over there? Are you able to use American dollars? Are you using their
No. So you can use I use my credit card over there for the first month or two until I got one of their credit cards.
Okay.
And then you use dirhams, which is about roughly $1 is a little less than 4 dirhams, which trips you out because you're over there buying a bag of Doritos for 26 dirhams and you're like, ah,
Holy
you're
yeah.
like, this is so much money, but it's not. It's about the same.
Okay.
Rent is way more expensive there. Rent is way more expensive, but your place is dope, and it comes with a lot of the apartments come with mates, like, or cleaning services.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place I saw you posting, I mean, looked really nice. It looked like a luxury resort.
Yeah, I mean, so I paid. Let me try to do all the conversions here. So I had a place where I was on the 44th floor. It was the top. It was the penthouse floor, and I lived there, and it was maybe like $2,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a place that was on the 65th floor, and that was ridiculous. And that was almost $3,000 a month.
Wow.
So, but you make more over there, and you don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have to have a car. So all those things kind of balanced out. And then I also lived in a shitty studio apartment that was on the 3rd floor. So it's not like I just wanted to, I knew before I left, I wanted to have that experience of kind of living in a really sick place. So most of the year I was living in just a normal place. And the shitty studio was still really nice by our standards. And that was maybe like $1,200.
And I'm assuming rent works different out there. You didn't have to sign like these long-term contracts. You were kind of able to lease it out.
No, it's way worse. No, you definitely do. So what you do is it's bananas. It's the dumbest way I've ever seen as far as figuring out the rental system in the entire world. It's what you do is you write out 12 checks and you sign them with the money that it would cost for rent every month, and then you just hand it over to the landlord and he cashes them out every month at the end of the month.
Wow.
So you are completely, like, if you want to get out of it, there's nothing. If they just want to be like, no, I have your checks, there's nothing you can do.
Wow. Holy shit.
Yeah. It's insane over there.
And real quick, everyone jumping in, Andrew Kozak, Nix, Van Hoos, Telcup T, thank you so much for joining. This is episode 7, Catching Up with Mac, the one and only Nugget in the building. Just literally got back from Dubai. We're talking about Dubai right now. Nugget, what is with like we were talking about misconceptions and things like that? Just throwing this, are they welcoming of Americans over in Dubai?
Yeah, they are, but it's like the thing is, I worked with more people from the UK than I worked with Arabs, I feel like. So what's interesting is there's just people from all over in Dubai, and everybody's cool, but Americans have this stereotype, which I have to say is true, of just being kind of loud and obnoxious.
Oh,
I mean, look at the conversation we're having right now. We're both very loud and obnoxious. Here. Yeah. So yeah, they're all kind of like, they just kind of roll their eyes at us. There's also not many of us out there. Like the entire time I was out there, I met maybe 4 people from America the entire time. And I met like maybe 400 people from the UK. So it's way more British people. A lot of Indian people are out there, and that is the Indian, Arab, British. There's some Australians, but that made up most of it. You're a little bit of Russian and Ukrainian, and then that was the majority of the people out there.
Nice. And I know we're gonna get into your radio side of working out there, and I remember getting to see like your co-hosts and stuff, like on the videos from the station page. Is it as lavish as you see like on TV or in movies?
Yeah. It's depending on where you live. I mean, there are areas that are more suburban where it's just like living, in kind of like, I'm trying to think of like it looks more like Alamo Heights.
Okay.
Where you're just kind of, it's just like a nice little area. So there's places like that, but then I lived in the marina, and you can live in the Dubai Marina or downtown or the Palm, and just you look out your window and it's like
the island that's made like a palm. where it's like I've seen that. Oh, you can live out there.
You can live there. Yeah. And it's not that much more expensive than where I was living.
Wow. And you're just looking at the ocean views?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. Wow.
Yeah. It's really cool. So yeah, it is. You can have that kind of ridiculous experience if you want to. And then you can also have more of a laid back and more of a suburban experience too. It's awesome.
Man, that is so dope. Once again, Nugget joining me, Catchin Up Mac, episode 7. Nugget, I always have to tell people, I'm not sponsored yet, but this episode is fueled by Jameson. And one day they're going to send me a bottle just for the show. And I'm going to be so blessed because then the wife will get off my back about buying Jameson every week.
Are you drinking right now?
I am drinking right now. So I hope if you want to have a drink, you're more than welcome.
I'll get really drunk after the show in your honor.
Okay, well, and we are taking a shot at the end, though. You got to take the shot with me at least.
Okay, well, I'll find some sort of alcohol. Okay.
Yeah, whatever you can find. Even if you got to do one of those Coolies or White Claws. Who cares?
All right, that sounds good.
Nugget.
I love how, by the way, I love your wife's role of just kind of like yelling shit to you to say during the whole episode.
I keep her out here. I think you know this. We started our own baking business last March.
Yeah.
Second year of our baking business, Addie Bear Sweets. So right now she's actually working on some orders. But I usually do try to keep her out here in case I'm like spacing or the sauce is starting to hit. I need you know how co-hosts work. You need someone to bring the host back into center when you're kind of getting a little left or right. Okay, quick to get off the Dubai things. We have a lot to talk about. So out in Dubai for a year, what was the best experience that you had in Dubai? What will stick probably in your memory till your last days?
Man. Oh God. Okay.
And if you have, that's okay. I mean, it's all good.
No, I got one. Okay, so this is, I don't know if it's the best experience, but it's definitely memorable. It was like my second week there, and I had a hooker come into my apartment. I didn't order her. I didn't pay. I wasn't a customer.
I already
what happened was,
please, earmuffs, Lori.
So what happened was so you have the cleaning crew that comes to your apartment, and it was around that time that they normally come. And so whoever it was rang the doorbell, and I thought it was just the cleaning people. So I opened it, and then it was not the cleaning people. It was a 5 foot tall, this little Asian woman, and she was wearing a jean jacket, a tube top, and she was wearing these shorts, and she just walked in and sat on my bed before I could even process what was happening. And she's sitting on my bed, and then I figure out what's going on. I'm like, no, wrong apartment. And she's like, no. She's like, this is the right apartment. I'm like, no, it's not. And so I took her by the wrist, and I kind of slid her jacket back onto her. And then I walked her out of the apartment and closed the door behind her. And then I just hid under my bed for about an hour. But that I'll remember that forever, because that was and then I had to open the door, and I was like, have you been paid for already or no? Because I don't want it to go to waste. But that was really scary to me.
For some reason,
but that was the only time, huh?
That sounds more like a hostile taken moment to me than more of a great memorable experience.
Yeah, but it's the best story from out there, because it's just how many people have hooker experiences by accident.
Yeah.
Somebody said, were you
my
concerned
mom.
about your safety? Is that your mom?
Yeah, that's my mom. So were you concerned about your safety being an American out in Dubai?
No. Dubai is a billion times safer than here. Because what they do is they have cameras everywhere. And if you do anything, the thing is, they don't have to, if you do something that they don't like, they will put you in jail. They'll fine you. They'll kick you out of the country. They don't care. There's no trial. You don't get to argue about it. It's just, you could get into an argument with somebody. They could punch you in the face, and the Dubai police could just be like, you know what? You're both out of here. We don't care. You're both done. See ya.
Really?
So people are nicer than anywhere else in the world because they don't want anything bad to happen. There's just no room for misunderstanding. So out there, so this is the perfect way to describe this. When I'm here and I have like my bag that I bring to work with my laptop and all that stuff, that thing stays with me when I'm here. I don't let it out of my sight. And when I worked in New York City, I left my backpack in a bathroom for 17 minutes and somebody stole it.
Wow.
And it was at the bathroom at my work. It was where I was employed.
Really? At the
It
station?
wasn't at the radio station.
Wow.
And one of my coworkers stole it.
Wow.
So in Dubai, one time I left my backpack at a bar, at a club, where there's hundreds of people. We were doing a live broadcast, so I brought my laptop and all that. And I left it there with my laptop showing for a day. I didn't get it until the next day because I was hammered. I was hammered. I didn't realize nobody had touched it. And the bar didn't even notice it was left in the same place. No one messes with your stuff. If you leave your phone, they will go around the world to find you and make sure you get your phone back because they don't want to be accused of stealing it.
You're going to get a knock on your door and be like, not the hooker again. And it's the cab driver. No, Mr. Nugget.
No, I got your phone.
Oh.
It's so funny because people think it's dangerous. And I'm just like, it couldn't be more safe.
Yeah.
As far as things like that. I mean, look, there's some back alley stuff that happens for sure. There are some like really unsafe situations you could be in, especially if you're a woman, for sure.
Yeah.
There's guys out there that are creeps, and a lot of it doesn't get reported. I don't want to make it seem like it's this paradise.
Yeah.
But if you are around people, if you're not, I mean, it's just not a place where you are. I never had to worry.
It's always one of those things that you hear. Just you got to be aware of your surroundings, no matter where you are. You could be in, downtown. I'll give you a great example. Me and Lori in September were in downtown Boston, getting a cannoli at one of the bakeries that was open. It was like 1 a.m. A lot of people there, but I'm not gonna lie. And I think it was in the North End too, wasn't it? And not gonna lie, sketchy people walking by, and you're thinking, oh, the North End of Boston, that's where all the restaurants are. It's really nice. It's really safe. But it's all about just being aware of your surroundings and just, yeah.
So, but it is, I mean, maybe it's because I grew up in Detroit, but I never felt more safe anywhere here than I did in Dubai. I just never had any worry about thefts or violence out there at all. I mean, the idea that somebody would punch me no matter how big a dick I was being just didn't ever cross my mind, and so I got to be a dick a little bit more often. But yeah, man, it's safe out there. I wish that more information about the Middle East was out here because it's really not what a lot of people think it is, and it's sad too, and it's not people's fault either. There was stuff I was reading before I moved over there that scared the shit out of me, and then I got over there and I was like, none of this is true. How did all this get published? This is so ridiculous. But I really, really enjoyed living there.
Dude, okay, I guess to go a quick spin off that real quick, do you think that's America trying to scare its citizens into not going to the Middle East?
No, I think it's just people trying to get clicks on their website. I think it's just, or, a lot of articles that are out about the Middle East are just old, and things change so rapidly. I mean, 5 years ago, if you would have said that women in Saudi Arabia could drive, people would have laughed at you. And now it's just commonplace, and a lot of things are just changing in the Middle East. The Middle East just needs time, and we'll see all these improvements keep happening.
And I know that you are half Egyptian, am I right?
Jordanian.
Okay. I knew it was something like that. Did that help being in the Middle East?
No, because everybody assumed I spoke Arabic. Shout out to Nadine, who's watching right now. I told her about this. Yeah, everybody assumed I spoke Arabic, and so it got really confusing for a lot of people because my name is an Arabic name. Yeah. And so I would have to just fake it. I would have to just fake it as much as I could. I know some stuff, and so I did my best because I felt like an idiot. I felt so dumb, and I kept trying to learn Arabic out there. But the problem is my mouth won't make the amount of phlegm that you need to produce some of the noises that the letters are.
Picture what you're talking about.
It's tough. And so a lot of times I would try to learn, and my friends that were teaching me or my family that were teaching me would get so hung up on me not pronouncing the part of hubbas that they wouldn't even let me get past the word. I'm like, can we just learn the word and then I'll focus on the pronunciation once I can, get the language. But they're just so funny when they're trying to teach it.
That sounds that thing you just said, that or what is it again? Do it again.
Chubas, it means bread.
But the sound that you have to make, it almost sounds
phlegm.
terrible if you were like drunk and hungover, and then you're having to speak and you're like,
oh. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how my family does it.
That's so cool, man. Once again, Catching Up with Mac, episode 7. So grateful to have the one and only Nugget on the show. Let's real quick get a little bit into our history, because you definitely are a big pivotal moment in kind of like my life and the changing of my career, or finding my career almost. For people that don't know, Nugget was part of the Blondie and Nugget morning show on KTFM 94.1 back in 2014 and 2015, and you left in 2016, I think, in January.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I didn't even remember that.
Okay, so I did a little research.
Okay. Okay.
You know how we got it. You know us radio personalities, man. We got our facts straight.
Yeah.
It was really cool because y'all were doing a contest looking for a third mic because y'all's producer was leaving. And real quick, cool story. It was around Halloween time, and I was setting up decorations at my now wife's house, her mom's house. And I saw your post on Facebook, and you said, hey, we're looking for the third mic. Who wants to be the next superstar on, Blondie and Nugget? And I saw that. And obviously I used to already make music, and I really wanted to transfer into radio because so many people had told me that they felt I had what it took. They love my voice. I have that projection that people talk about. So do you. And saw your post, told my wife while I was putting up the decorations, I said, do you think I should do it? You had to make a 1-minute YouTube video just showing your personality. It could be whatever it was. You could do whatever, but showing you, basically. And she was like, yeah, why not? You have literally nothing to lose. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know. That's kind of, I was a little, even being as outspoken as I am, I was like, I don't know. It's a little embarrassing. I have no idea what to do. I went to my studio that night. I had a couple of these. And I was like, you know what? And yes, my video, the video I posted, I was at least 3 or 4 drinks deep. That had nothing to do with landing the show. Y'all didn't know that, but it was cool, man, because I did the video. I think I messaged you like 2, 3 in the morning, and I was like, hey, I did my video. I'm gonna send it to y'all's thing. And I think the next morning you messaged me back, and you were like, sounds great. We're gonna check it out. I was like, there's no way. God, I'm 1 in a million. Who even knows? I've never done this. And sure enough, man, I got to be one of the top 10 finalists for y'all, and be the first person to come on the show in the morning and get to connect with y'all. But for a lot of people that don't know, you not only met me in that moment, but it seems like we just had like a little click. We had like a little vibe, like we got along. And after that, you started coming and working out at my gym up at Rogers Ranch.
Yeah, yeah.
Getting to know each other better. I got you hooked up with a free membership.
Yeah.
Take care of my guy Nugget. He could be landing me a job on the radio, so you got to take care of my guy Nugget.
That was great.
But yo, man, it was really cool because I didn't win the contest. Shout out Brittany Fox in the building. She was part of the contest. Worked with me at Energy not too long ago. But man, it was really cool because I didn't win the contest, but you were so set in making sure I got a job at the station, and you would just hype me up so much, like, dude, you were meant for this. You've got a great voice. I'm telling you, they didn't choose you, but you've got what it takes. Now I do know, and I don't want to just throw it out there, but now I do know, obviously, why I didn't get chosen. It was a specific type of person they were looking for, let's just say, and I don't got the locks to go with it. But you were really set on getting me into the station, man, and you did. And it literally was the jumpstart of my career. What have you loved the most about radio in terms of people that you've met, like me, or at stations that you've seen with talent and it's almost like you wish the best for them. What does that like mean to you?
As far as just people that I've met, I mean, the thing about it is it's really cool because you do get to meet a ton of people, and I just end up making friends that are all over the country, that are best friends, that are lifelong friends that I'll never lose touch with, like you. And I've just like my buddy who's here, I haven't seen him in forever, and now I'm living with the guy for a little bit. So yeah, man, it's just cool to be able to have all these friends that you meet all over the place, and especially when I meet people like you that I know are really passionate about it and really want to get into not just radio, but I mean, like you're doing this show, any sort of kind of one-on-one interaction where you feel like you're connecting with people that are watching on a really personal level.
Yeah.
That's really cool. There's this kid, he's awesome. He reminds me a lot of you. His name's Jake, and I worked with him in Dubai, and he's this 19-year-old kid, and he's just got so much energy, and he's the life of the party, and he just wants to do it, man. He just wants to be on the air. Yeah. And so I tried to help him out as much as I could out there. And yeah, it's rewarding to see other people do really well.
No, and I mean, it was really cool for a lot of people that don't know, when you got the job in Memphis, you needed someone to take over your apartment. And
are you still living in my apartment?
No.
Okay.
We left I think we lived there for 2 years.
Nice.
2 years, yeah. And of course, for anyone that knows that's in radio, if you're working the morning shift, which I was, you want to be as close to the station as possible, because waking up at 4:30 in the morning and having to do a 45-minute drive at 5:15 is not fun. And I loved being 5 minutes from the station, but yeah, man, I mean, like I said, we had, it's almost like there's so much history between us, but it was such short a time. I was so excited to work with you at the station. I get hired, and then you're already leaving to Memphis. Like, we literally we didn't get to, to tell you the truth, man, what I really wish would have happened, I wish that I would have won that contest, because I wish I could have been there with you in the morning and learned so much more, because I really am the type that just would have sat there and really soaked it all in, and honestly just tried to learn as much from you as possible, because you're someone that, when I think of my plateau of what I want to be in radio, it's similar to like the path that you've done, just with the places you've been and the career you've built for yourself. So
well, I should remind you that I'm unemployed right now, so I don't know if that's like exactly where you want to be, but yeah, I get it.
Well, hey, boy, I guess we both met up, because I'm unemployed too. So I guess we hit the same plateau.
Hey, it worked out for you anyway.
As the radio peeps call it, on the beach. It is my first time on the beach, but it hasn't been that bad. It really has given me time to kind of refocus. I feel like the hours at the station, the mornings and stuff, it was draining, and just the flow of the station, especially after Pat left. The flow of the station just, it wasn't what I wanted to fully put my heart into. And I think probably you've maybe had experiences like that, where, you're just part of something that you don't know if it's what you want. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but so the thing with that is, a lot of times you just have to focus on what you're doing and not worry about what the station's doing, because you're never going to work for a station until you're the boss, until you're the PD, that you 100% agree with everything that they're doing. Yeah. All you can really do is just focus on making your part of the station. When you're on, sound awesome, and then let everybody else worry about the rest of the stuff. Because I mean, especially earlier on in my career, I used to let myself get really bothered if I felt like the promotions weren't going well. I mean, what you could do is you make fun of the station stuff that doesn't make sense. You just make fun of it with all your coworkers and just go, man, what were they thinking when they did that? But then you move on and let your part of the contribution stand out. Yeah,
definitely. So you were here in San Antonio for about 2 years. I know we got a lot of San Antonio people watching. What was your favorite part of San Antonio? What did you love the most about being in my hometown?
Oh, you know what? So my favorite thing was obviously the food.
The Mexican food?
Yeah. So that was my favorite part by far. But the other thing is, sorry, I'm just trying to. I hope this isn't too annoying with this me holding this.
Do your thing.
The thing that I really enjoyed all the people that I met there. The people in San Antonio are really nice, and I liked that a lot. What I didn't like was it didn't ever feel like there was anywhere to go out. Like I don't enjoy how inaccessible the Riverwalk is to locals.
Yeah.
It just seems like here's this amazing thing that you can't even really take part of without it being a complete pain in the ass, like parking. It's just like the Riverwalk is just like a big middle finger to everybody who wants to go out that lives in San Antonio. If you're not staying in one of those hotels, it's so difficult. So I didn't like that. Like, you know, your city has a problem when everybody gets hyped to go to the Bar Louie in the mall on a Friday night. Like, that place.
To get hyped to Bar Louie.
Like, you guys are so excited. You're like, all right, guys, we're going out tonight. It's going to get crazy. We're going to the Bar Louie in La Cantera. And everybody's like, oh, shit. It's a Bar Louie in the mall. Like, that is not what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
So that was,
I will say, walking around the mall drunk off martinis is sometimes fun. I don't know. It is sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with it. It is fun. It was a lot of fun, but that shouldn't be the pinnacle of Saturday night in San Antonio. Yeah. That is like the destination, and it shouldn't. There should be other places. That there should be like local, not chain restaurants. It's a restaurant too. It's not even like, you know. So that was kind of a frustrating thing about it out there. But
it's such a big city. You know, me and my wife have said this so many times. I'm from here, 32 years. It's just such a big city that it's so hard to get to other parts of the city without paying a $30 Uber each way. And it's just like, and you know, earlier you were asking me about, has it been easy for me to be a homebody during this quarantine day 128 for people that are watching right now? That is what I'm on. Me and my wife really changed our energy with going out here a couple years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. So really just doing nothing at all and going on trips. That was
okay.
Because you're right. The bar at La Cantera, it gets a little old. It gets a little dull. No one wants to be at Yard House every Thursday night.
Yard House is okay. I remember Yard House.
Yeah, but that was kind of what we did. We kind of changed our energy and decided to start just instead of going out to bars, drinking at home, saucing it up, being safe, and you know, taking trips. Oh, there we go. What is that right there?
I don't know. I'm at my friend's house and I'm just stealing his alcohol. So it's called The Federalist. It has a picture of Abraham Lincoln on it, so it's probably good. And I'm gonna have it out of this coffee mug, so we'll see. I just wanted to get it ready for you.
Hey, once again, everyone jump into the show right now. Thank you, Maddie Nash, Scott's Gaines Radio, Autumn
Scott Gaines is watching. What's up, Scott? You're the man.
We got everyone in the building right now. Once again, episode 7, Catch Up with Mac, the one and only Nugget on the show. Nugget,
we're getting ready to drink.
When you left San Antonio, oh, and real quick, just so everyone knows, fueled by Jameson, me and Nugget will be taking a shot at the end. Drop your drink emojis if y'all are sipping this evening. When you left San Antonio, I remember the comments. You know, there was definitely a lot of people upset. But let me tell you, what really impressed me. Or not impressed me, but I was just like, wow. When you were leaving Memphis, I feel like the city's outpour of love for you was just ridiculous. On every one of your posts on Instagram, no matter where you would post something. Why are you leaving Memphis? Come back. Don't leave. The morning, I mean, dude, it was over. It was ridiculous. And I feel like from watching the radio career that I've seen you have so far from Energy, Memphis, and then in Dubai, from what I've seen, it seems to me like you had a really connection in Memphis. Was it something about that city?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was my first time really working in, I mean, San Antonio is the South, but it's also got such a rich Hispanic culture. That it didn't have the same elements that Memphis had to it. So it was my first time working in the South, and I really connected with a lot of the people there. I started saying y'all instead of you guys. That was a big breakthrough for me. And it's so funny because the listeners out there, I had a listener message me the other day that said, you know, when you first started in Memphis, I couldn't listen to your voice, but then you changed your accent as you lived out here.
Oh,
It just
wow.
naturally changed, and now you're not insufferable anymore. So that was nice to hear. And yeah, man, I guess, I don't know. I think I just went out of my way. My marketing strategy for a morning show has always been meet as many people as you can one-on-one. If you can help it, never pass up the opportunity to meet a listener. Just interact with everybody as personally as you can at all times. And then one by one, you'll get people that listen to you because they really feel that connection with you. And it's always worked for me everywhere I've lived. So that's what I did in Memphis. And I just spent a long time there. I was there for 4 years. So
Yeah.
I got a lot of that. And that's what's helped me to, I started my own podcast, and I've gotten already people that are paying monthly to subscribe, which is crazy because I haven't even released the first episode yet, and they're paying, and they don't even know if it's going to be good. So thank you. Thank you if you're a subscriber. But the first episode comes out on Monday, actually, so that'll be really cool.
That's so cool, man. I love what you said about the listener aspect of it. I know we got some radio people watching, because I think that that's ultimately what I love the most about radio, was meeting the meeting the people that genuinely loved listening to you on the radio and took time out of their day to listen to you. And it's even the same with this show. I'm so appreciative of the countless people like Brittany Fox, the other people that have joined the show earlier, Nick Trey, that have just constantly watched my show. It's episode 7. And it's such a cool feeling. And I'm the same way as you, just as many. And now it's going to be a new norm. We don't know if handshakes are going to be a thing anymore because of COVID. But that was always the thing, is shake as many hands as possible. It really goes a long way. And I think that speaks very true to your method of the way you've gone about marketing your career as a radio personality. I think you've done a great job at that, man. This is cool. I wanted to ask about this real quick because you did mention your podcast. Go ahead and plug your podcast real quick so everybody knows. I want to make sure we give it as much light as possible.
Cool. And then do you mind if, so after this one, I might have to go.
Okay.
Because everybody's waiting on me to go get drunk with them. But so it's getyourlifetogetherpodcast.com. Has everything you need. You can also search Get Your Life Together Podcast in anything. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. The first episode will be out on Monday.
Nice, man. I love it. Okay, I know you got to go. Real quick, let me get one more question for you. Let me see. Okay, I know a lot of people have wondered this. I think just because it's such an outrageous move, just can you tell people, especially Memphis people that are watching, what was it about the final decision, or what was it about Dubai that you made that jump from Memphis, Tennessee to Dubai? Is it Emirates States or? It's
the United Arab Emirates.
Okay. Sorry, like I said, I have no clue.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't know either. Yes, go ahead. What made me go out there?
Yeah, like what was it? What enticed you about Dubai? Like, that's a crazy jump to make for anyone.
Yeah. Well, I just figured if I didn't do it, I would probably never leave the country. I actually applied as a joke. People don't know this. I applied, and I kind of told everybody, I was like, hey guys, I'm applying to Dubai. And we all laughed about it. My coworkers were like, yeah, good luck with that. And it wasn't even, I never thought I would hear from them. And then when they emailed me and we got on the phone, I was like, I just got an offer. Like, I might actually have to go to Dubai now. And I just decided to do it because I just, like you said, you just don't get that type of opportunity often. And I wanted to take a chance.
Someone like you that gets that's been so many places. I know whenever I get an email from a station, I had a couple great interviews this past fall that unfortunately didn't turn out well just because of COVID-19 that kind of messed things up. Do you personally, Nugget, do you still get those butterflies like that? Oh my God, Dubai sent me an email. Like you're really established as a radio personality. Do you still get that?
Yeah, I freak out too. And what I do is I have a tendency to, I'll write emails and then I'll follow up on the emails way too soon. I'll freak out in in like text version with my email game. Like I don't play it cool at all. I'm like, I'll email them and I'll like try to make a joke and I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, that joke was stupid, that was inappropriate, or like I'll go nuts and I'll get all in my head about everything. So yeah, man, that happens to me every time I'm talking to any potential employer. But sometimes you just get lucky and have people put up with how crazy you seem.
That's so cool, man. Once again, I'm so grateful to have you on the show. Let's take this shot. I know a lot of people are wondering, so we just need to know real quick. You are unemployed. I remember you seeing you on Iris's show. You said you were unemployed because of the pandemic. Your station was eliminating jobs, exactly what happened to a lot of radio people out there. Will we hear you on the radio again soon?
Man, that's a good question. I don't know. If Scott Gaines, who's watching right now, will hire me, then yes.
There we go, man. Yes.
Yeah.
Once again, man, Catch Up with Mac, episode 7, the one and only Nugget. I'm so grateful to have you. I'm going to let you get out there, get drunk with your friends, send me an obnoxious video later on tonight. I'll be doing the same. We got to take this shot. Jameson, shot glass. Here we go. Let's pour it up.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on one moment. Nugget, really appreciate you joining me all the way from Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Nugget, man. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thanks, man.
That's good.
See ya.
That's good. All right, man, I'm going to let you go. Okay, Nugget left. Wow, that was a great time. I had some more stuff for him. We got the show started a little late. Technical difficulties. The IG Live wasn't working. Really dope show. That's a great guy right there. Go follow his podcast. Be a subscriber. Pay. Okay, us radio people out there, we need to make money during this pandemic as well. So definitely drop in some dollars. But really cool dude. Nugget just came back from Dubai. Like I said, very instrumental in me getting my foot into the radio station that I was recently at, and ultimately helping me get my radio career off the ground. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Catch on Mac, episode 7. This week was Nugget. Amazing time. Also, I want to show this off. My wife got this for my birthday. Really dope EXO shirt off of the Weekend Zoo After Hours line. That's Fear and Loathing, man. You got to love that little back thing. Hey! But I appreciate everybody joining the show. Thank you so much to everybody that jumped in. If you missed some of the stuff, Nugget was saying some great things about Dubai and about quarantine life out there in Dubai earlier in the show. I'm about to repost it. Y'all can check it out. Shout out Ecstasy Beats in the building. Hey! Y'all know him from episode 3, I think. 3 of Catch Up with Mac. My boy Ecstasy Beats, man. Mom, thank you for joining. Lil Babia Maya. Sorry if I don't get y'all's names right. I also have been sipping. Scott Gaines Radio said he was drinking. Also, Scott, go ahead and just hire Nugget on the spot, man. He's a great dude. Can't go wrong with that. We're going to end the show. I cannot believe it. Within an hour. Lo, I got the show within an hour. I'm feeling good. It's good Nugget helped out getting off the show. I will be back next Friday, 7 o'clock. Catch Up with Mac, episode 8. Y'all are going to want to tune in. I've got another great guest joining me next week. It's going to be a good time, good vibes. Like always, Jameson. Send me the bottle. Just send me the bottle. We're going to get it going right now. We're going to end the show. Let's see if these speakers are on. Thank you, everyone that jumped in tonight, man. Here we go. Let's see. We're going to end it with some high strung, man. Uh-oh. Hey! Shout out everyone that's jumping in right now. Just finished up the talk with Nugget. Great talk tonight. Dude's a superstar, man. Fucking rock star. Like I said, go follow his podcast. Not supposed to show back, so you have to watch it again. Man. Thank you, everybody watching. Thank you. Next week, 7 o'clock. Catch Up with Mac, episode 8.